Hey everybody, let's do a reading vlog. I look very pink right now. I love it. But let's do a reading vlog. I have an arc that I need to finish. It's due in a few days. And I want to read this other book. I can't remember the title right now, but I'll put a picture. It's like a jellyfish merperson and a half dragon. And they're pirates. And it looks really good. I got it right when it came out, but I haven't read it yet. So I'm going to try to read that too, or at least start it. But yeah, I'm really into this. And that one is female and non-binary pairing. It's a monster romance. It looks really good. So yeah, so let's read some and hang out. I'm hanging out in my library, of course. And I put the bed back together. It's not like a bed, it's like a pull-out cushion. So I'm in my little cushion area. Okay, let's read. So I've got a little bit of pizza. I'm reading Box Tales, and I'm watching Aaliyah. So, and then this is one of my dogs. I guess he's come to visit me. But yeah, so let's go. Okay, I finished Box Tales. It comes out August 10th, 2026, so this year, end of the year kind of, and it was pretty good. It's about like a box and this girl, and they go camping, so pretty exciting. The art is really cool. This is George is hanging out with me. Now I'm gonna read some of Reckless Indulgence. I'm listening to some blues, I think. Yeah, blues. And I'm watching Aaliyah still. And then, so, I don't know if I'm going to finish this. It says it's 300 and something pages. But I'm going to read some of it and see how it is. Okay. So I'm going to try to get into some of my library books on Hoopla. So I think I'm going to read the Cosmic Adventures of Astrid and Stella. I like these. This is volume 4. So let's get to it. So I just got this giant DVD binder, and I'm going to transfer all my Star Trek into it, and my Blu-rays, and some new movies that I got. So this is the giant binder that I got. It's pink, and it holds 400 discs. These are some new movies I just got. Adventures of Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy. One of my favorites. These are all kind of my favorite. Mars Attacks. Life. I had to get this. You Want Your Cornbread? I can't stop saying that whenever I talk about life. Galaxy Quest. I like this movie a lot. And then Elio, which I watched recently, and I'm just in love. I really liked it. And especially the Voyager references. Or the Easter eggs, I guess you would call them. But yeah. Hey everybody. So I'm out doing some errands. I'm at my eye appointment. I gotta go in there and see if I get my new prescription. And then maybe I can drop off new glasses at the VA to get done. And I'm reading A Planet Called Doom on audio. So it's the audiobook adaptation from Vagrant Queen. So pretty good. I mean, really good so far. I'm really enjoying this series. I'm really liking Vagrant Queen. I want to kind of read everything to do with it. So I'm really enjoying it. And I think I want to go to the bookstore as well. So let's also do that, but I have to do some errands first, and maybe get my emissions test for my car, if it's quick. But yeah, okay, let's go into this eye appointment. We're here, we made it to Books A Million, and it's open and stuff, so let's go in and see what they have. So these two look spooky. Down came the spiders. Can you outrun 8 legs? That looks spooky. And then this one looks good. That looks good. Let's check out the young adult. I found the science fiction section. They have a Star Trek shelf. They have a Star Trek area. So we're back in the car, and I got that Les Normeaux, if that's how you say it, but it looks really good. It's like a guy falls in love with a vampire, and I got it digitally because they didn't have the first one in there. But this is my first time going to Books A Million. I definitely have been before, but not since I was an adult. I used to go when we would visit my grandma, and she had a Books A Million in her town, but I've never lived next to one. So this is what I got. Don't Let the Forest In, which I got because I love the back. I don't think I have a physical copy. I know I have it on audio, but I don't have a physical copy, and I definitely don't have this copy. And then I got I Love You S'more, which looks like super cute. I really like this idea where they're like theater directors at a summer camp. They're like camp counselors kind of. And it's like not enemies to lovers, I wouldn't call it, but like annoyed to lovers. So that looks good. It's sapphic. And then this one's also sapphic. It's called Not So Shouju Love Story. And it looks really good. I love the colors. And the art looks really cool. And then I got this, Daybreak, which is gay, about two guys. They fall in love their senior year. Are they in college or high school? I don't know, but it looks very cute. So, and the art is really cool. So I'm excited to read that. And then Always Here, also gay. Two guys. I don't know much more about it, but it says Carter is an impulsive, fun-loving, extremely gay teen on a mission to finally hook up with any cute single guy who will have him. Unfortunately, his options are slim. Enter recently single Adrian, Carter's very cute, hardworking, and stressed-out target, who laughs at his clumsy seduction techniques. Adrian initially plays along, but slams the brakes when he realizes he is still in love with his ex. So that looks good. Yeah. So those are the 5 books I got. I'm doing a lot of hand stuff. I don't know. Let me put those down. But those are the 5 books I got. And I did the eye appointment. I think I'm going to actually head home. It turns out, like, this area I'm in where the eye doctor was, there's really nothing over here that I needed. Like, I need to go get my emissions test. I need to get oil change. But all of that is back over in Conroe, which would be passing my house by like 40 minutes. So, and then driving over there is an hour, and then I have to drive back to my house, which will be long. So I'm just gonna go on a different day when I'm actually in town and do the rest of that stuff. Probably next week. But yeah, I'll see you when I get home. So before I go home, let's go to Jersey Mike's, get ourselves a sandwich. I don't know, I'm dying for a sandwich for some reason. So I'm back home, and I have one more package to open. Let's see. It's Theodore Rex with Whoopi Goldberg. So it says, Academy Award winner Whoopi Goldberg is the perfect comic partner in this hilarious, futuristic family comedy about a cop and a dinosaur on a mission to save the world. Whoopi stars in it as a smooth-talking, take-care-of-business cop on the rise. But when she teams up with a high-profile case with a Tyrannosaurus Rex named Teddy, she blows her cool. The bumbling, three-toed dinosaur can't even find his own tail, much less a clue. And although he's cute in a lizardly sort of way, she thinks he's only good for fossil fuel. Cloned, conned, and about to get canned, the dynamic duo may just solve the most colossal crime caper in history. So, let me look at the disc. It was the only one available. I don't know if they're gonna get more or not, but I couldn't find it on sale anywhere else. That's how it looks. That's how the inside looks. That's how the disc looks. I think it looks okay. Look at how cool that is. I'm gonna watch this tonight if it works. But yeah, let's wrap up this reading vlog. I ended up reading 4 books. I read mainly library books, so let me pull it up. So I started with an arc that I had called Box Tales Brave the Wild. I really enjoyed it. It was really well done art, and the story was fun, and you actually learned some things. So I enjoyed that. And then Vagrant Queen and the Bazaar of Kings. That was audiobook, graphic audio, so it was voice acted and with sound effects and everything. It was really awesome. It follows Vagrant Queen, Alita, and she was a child queen, but now she's like scavenging in space, and she has to go back and like save her people from a different kind of evil. And then I read Comet Together, Astrid and Stella, and this is about a unicorn and a squirrel, and I love these books. They're so fun to read. The art is amazing, and I have one more that I think is out right now that I can read, and I borrowed it from the library. I don't know if any more are coming out, but I borrowed that one. So I'm going to read that, but I don't know when. And then, so if they go on like adventures in the book, so they went on like 3 or 4 adventures where one time they made comic books together, and then another time they went with their robot friend back to his home world. And then they met a time-traveling tiger. It was really fun. So I like those books. And then the last one I read was the second in the Vagrant Queen audiobook adaptations. I think there are only 2. I wish there was a third one. I love this. I love this series. And next I'm going to read the comic books or graphic novels. I have the first 2 volumes. I think there are only 2 volumes. But the second book is called A Planet Called Doom, and there's such a big twist. It was so fun to like for the reveal. I was like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. So that was really good. And Alita, the first book, so these are very different from the show. Not like different like you wouldn't like it if you liked the show. I think you would like it more. But it's like new stories kind of. The first one does follow pretty much the same like story as the show, but then the second one is a whole new story with Alita, and there's like this new mysterious enemy who's like aging people with this weapon that they have, and Alita has to somehow stop them, and they're also after her for some reason. So it was really good, and I wish there was a third. I already said that, but man, do I wish there was a third. So, yeah, that's my little reading vlog. I hope you had fun hanging out with me, and let's do this again sometime. Okay, have fun out there. Keep reading. Bye.